Welcome to Awesome English. I'm Dan. This is lesson 2 in our series on how to write a discussion essay. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the micro parts of a discussion essay. That's the text features and the grammar that go into a discussion essay. In our last lesson, in lesson 1, we learned about the structure of a discussion essay. We learned it was introduction, advantages paragraph, disadvantages paragraph, conclusion and opinion paragraph at the end. All right, let's get moving. Welcome to our awesome checklist for today's lesson. These are the learning objectives we want to achieve by the end of the lesson. It's our roadmap to success. Now, there are so many features and micro elements we can include in a discussion essay. Your job today is not to know all these back to front, but just to be aware of them. And I'll test you at the end to see if you can list them and remember what you might include for your micro elements. So the first one is to be able to use hooks and rhetorical questions to engage the reader. Then to be able to use present tense verbs. To be able to use adverbs of sequence. To use effective sentence starters at the right part in your discussion essay. To use contrast phrases. To use technical language. To use evidence and examples. So that's that Peel strategy. If you haven't checked out the video on Peel, do it on the channel. And then to use literary devices. And then finally, a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences. All right, let's learn more. So this is a quick review of lesson 1 if you missed it. The main aim in lesson 1 was to know that a discussion essay shows both sides of an argument. We used our Justice Scales template to help us brainstorm and plan ideas for both the cons and pros. Now, in this lesson, we're really going to learn about the micro features. Your job is to know what they are, and if you want to learn about them in more detail, check out their individual videos on the channel. All right, guys, let's keep moving. Okay, so today is just an introduction to these micro features. If you want to learn about them in more detail, they have individual videos on the channel. So the first one, hooks and rhetorical questions. These are things like quotes or statistics, something to hook the reader at the beginning of your essay. Then, present tense verbs. So things like state of being verbs, like is and are really important to make sure you put your essay in the present tense. Then, adverbs of sequence. Things like first, next, then, finally. These show the order of actions or explanations in your essay. Then, to use effective sentence starters. These are so important in structuring your essay correctly, and they're a great secret weapon in up-leveling your work. Okay, let's check out some more strategies. Okay, so contrast phrases is another really great micro element you can include. They can be these phrases that contrast and show cause and effect between your arguments. They are so important in linking ideas and cohesion. Okay, the next one is using technical language. Technical language can really up-level your work. Now, you can front-load these in your planning when you're using your Scales of Justice planner. Use technical language to up-level your work. Then we have evidence and examples. So I mentioned it before, the Peel strategy is amazing. Check it out if you haven't already, but using specific evidence is key. Then we have literary devices. Why not make your essay engaging and exciting or even funny? Literary devices can do that for you. And then finally, using a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences to show variety, make it easier for the reader, but again, you can check out more of these on the channel. Okay, let's keep learning. Okay, so let's do a think, pair, share. You should now have a general idea about some of the micro features of a discussion essay. So if you're in class, talk to the person next to you. If not, brainstorm at home. Have a think. How many micro features can you remember? And maybe you can provide an example of one of them. Okay, so get sharing. Alright, so now it's time for a recap on the learning objectives we set ourselves at the beginning of the lesson. Now remember, you don't have to describe these in great detail, but if you can give an example or try and explain in your own words, give me a thumbs up. So the first one, to be able to know, we use hooks at rhetorical questions. To be able to use present tense verbs. To be able to use adverbs of sequence. Give me a thumbs up if you know we need to use effective sentence starters. Then another thumbs up if you can use contrast phrases. To use technical language. To be able to use evidence and examples like peel. To be able to use literary devices. And finally, a big thumbs up if you know we need to use a mix of simple, compound and complex sentences. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, so now it's time for some independent learning. This is where we consolidate the learning that we've had today by doing a little extra practice. So now you know what the micro features are of a discussion essay. You can do a few things. You can check out their individual videos on our channel to learn more. Or you can test yourself with a buddy or do it by yourself. See if you can list all the micro features we discussed today or even give an example. Alright guys, let's get learning. Okay, thanks for learning this today at Awesome English. I hope you're now more confident at thinking about the micro features that go into a discussion essay. Now remember, don't forget to tune into lesson 3 in this series where we will write an introduction paragraph for a discussion essay together. Okay guys, I'll see you next time and remember to stay awesome.